Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing a new topic to you. I want to do more lifestyle videos, and I'm actually starting a new weight loss journey, and I want to include that on my channel because I'm not an expert on the topic, but I do want to share the things that I've learned along the way over these last few months, and hopefully it can help someone else out there who's just starting their journey. So if you want to see more lifestyle videos like these, give me a thumbs up so I know to keep going. Alright, so for starters, I have never been an exercise person. I have done several sports in my childhood, and I've quit all of them. I did not last. I always quit or change to some other sport the next year, or I would quit right after my mom paid a non-refundable deposit for me to have a spot on the team. So sorry about that, Mom. As I got older, I did join several gyms over the years. I have really just done that because I felt like I needed to. I felt like I was supposed to, and that would be a good way to incorporate an active lifestyle. But I didn't stick with it. I probably didn't go to any of those gyms more than 5 times a year. I just wasn't dedicated enough for a long-term commitment. I just didn't have that mindset, which means I really had to and have to continue working hard at incorporating fitness and a healthy lifestyle into my everyday routine. And it's not the easiest transition. I take it one day at a time. I just take it step by step, and that's all you can really do. You can't try to fast track and hurry up and get fast results, because it just doesn't work like that, and you just can't overthink it. Just literally just take it one day at a time. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know that weight loss journey was a thing. I always thought that in order to lose weight, it was something that, you know, was supposed to be quick, you know, a 30-day diet, or go to the gym for 30 days, 100 crunches a day, whatever. I just didn't. That's what I assumed. I thought that was the way that you were expected to lose weight, and I'm so glad I realized that that's not entirely true. Okay, so the first topic is exercise. Exercise is important. You know, there's obviously ways to lose weight without doing exercise, but if you want to see results, more quickly, exercise is the way to go. Like I said, I've never been an exercise person, but the best way to burn fat is by being active. So I knew that's what I was gonna have to do. Plus, working out or incorporating exercise into your daily routine has so many benefits, and it's just so good for you overall. So why not do it? I didn't focus on my health that much, but when I turned 25, my body just started going through different changes, and I realized that I had to take better care of my health, especially after having a baby. Exercise is so good for your heart, and it's also a great way to keep a healthy blood flow. So even if it's a walk around the neighborhood, I suggest try to get it in any way you can. Now, I want to tell you about what I'm doing currently for exercise right now, and it's something that I've been loving, surprisingly, and it has to do with exercise. So my best advice, especially if you're not an active person, of how to incorporate fitness into your lifestyle is to start out with a 14-day program. Now, there's lots of programs out there. There's 30-day, 8-week, 10-week. There's all different types of programs out there, but you have to find what is most suitable for you and your lifestyle your daily routine, is something that you're going to be able to put the time in every day, and something that is just easy to incorporate. So one of my sister friends, Casey, she had lost a lot of weight. So I was like, let me just reach out to her and see what has she been doing over the last year or two that's helped her with her weight loss journey. So one of the main programs she told me about was called X28, and it is a HIIT cardio fitness program. They're known for their 28-day program, but they do also have a 14-day program now, mainly due to the pandemic. Both programs give you the option to take them at different levels. So there's like a beginner, an intermediate, an extreme. There's also one for to target your lower body. So there's different options out there for everybody. The very first challenge I did was the 28-day challenge, which I did back in March. Now, I did not see results with that challenge, and I'll tell you why. It's because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I did not, I want to say about 3 or 4 days before the program kicks off, they open up the site where you can see like your meal plans and everything. Long story short, I did not go to the grocery store before that challenge started in order to get healthy foods. I was still eating bad stuff, you guys. I still ate exactly the same. I still ate pizza, cheeseburgers, fried foods, juice, pop, all that, while I was trying to do this new lifestyle on this 28-day challenge. So I did not see any results. Additionally, I fell off of that program, I want to say about 10 to 12 days in. This program does build in rest days, so you have those scheduled out. That's something that I had to learn to adjust to. When I took rest days initially, it was hard for me to get back going even 2 days later. So because I felt like the 28-day program just wasn't for me, especially as a beginner starting out with something that is everyday exercise, I decided the next go around to do a 14-day program, which was also something new at the time that they had just recently started offering. So I was like, I don't want to give up, and I do like this program because of the things that it offers. The successful part of my journey started in May. The beginning of May is when I did my first 14-day challenge with X28. Did that, and I lost 5 pounds in 2 weeks, which felt really good for me because I was meal prepping, I was doing all the workouts, I wasn't skipping days, I was like fully dedicated, and I wasn't having any cheat meals or anything like that during that challenge. The thing that I really like about the 14-day program, especially for a beginner, is that it is a much smaller commitment, and that's why I chose it, is because I knew it was a smaller commitment that I could complete. The 28-day was a little bit of a leap for me starting out, so I knew that the 14-day was going to be a perfect fit. Now, all of the programs do come with video guides for each type of exercise. They also include different sorts of meal plans. They have some for people that are on a more strict diet, kind of like military diet style, but they also have some for just the regular folks who are just trying to eat cleaner and reduce calories. So the price of this program is normally $50 per month, which sounds like a lot. But what they do is every month they offer it at 50% off. So the program is really $25. Now, if you think about that, with everything that it includes, that is, to me, that's better than paying for a gym membership. And it's a lot cheaper than certain memberships out there. Yeah, there's some that are $5, $10, whatever, which I've had those before, but you can do this in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to worry about people looking at you, staring at you if you're not doing a workout right. I just love this program. Like, it's so comfortable. I don't have to worry about anything weird. I don't have to worry about, the travel time after work and getting home and trying to do this and that. Like, I'm in the comfort of my own home, so everything I need is right here. In my opinion, the goal of the program is to keep doing it until you get the results that you want, or until you can maintain on your own. So all these members keep buying the program month after month because it works, because it's like a gym membership, but better. The gym doesn't plan out your meals for you, and the gym doesn't show you videos of how to do certain workouts and stuff like that. Like, it's just so many benefits to this program, and I love it. And no, I don't have any type of partnership with this program. They don't even know who I am. I'm literally just telling you guys because it's so hard to find good resources for things like this, and it's just a program that I really love, and I'm so surprised that I love it because it's working out. Also, I get a lot of motivation from their Facebook group page that has, I want to say, like over 50,000 members or 20,000 members or something like that. And it's great because people, it's just so motivational there. Like, people post their before and after pictures. People post like actual live streams of them doing workouts. There's different groups within the group that go on like a Zoom call or something, and they all do the workout together. There's different types of inspiration you can get from this group, and you can also find accountability partners in this group as well. Now I am almost halfway through my second challenge, and I'm about 8 pounds down in total. So I'm hoping by the end of this second 14-day challenge, I'll be about 10 pounds down at least, or maybe a little bit more. The next thing I want to tell you guys about that has helped me tremendously is meal prepping. Meal prepping is the way to go. Like, there's no way around it. The benefits to it is mainly that your food is already prepared for you. So if you're busy, running late in the day, behind on different things, and you're starving, but you don't have any food prepared, you're gonna end up grabbing something quick that's not a part of your meal plan or not a part of any healthy eating habits that you're trying to practice, and it's just gonna set you back more than likely. So for me, I try to do my meal prepping on the weekend, and I at least try to plan out meals for the next 4 to 5 days. The next thing I have to tell you guys about that has helped me a great deal is intermittent fasting. So I do the 16-8 rule, or whatever you want to call it, but basically I'm not eating for 16 hours, but I am eating in an 8-hour window. I've been doing it for about a month now. I didn't really see any results the first week that I did it. I was just like, what's the point of doing this? In about a 3-week window, I lost 3 pounds without even working out, hardly at all. I worked out maybe 3 times in that 3-week time frame, and I lost 3 pounds by doing the intermittent fasting. So now that my program started back up this past Monday, I have been doing intermittent fasting along with working out, and so together I know that my results will be even better. I feel like it really helps me maintain my weight and not gain as much as if I wasn't doing intermittent fasting at all. The next thing that's helped me on this weight loss journey is having a low calorie intake. Now, before you decide to cut calories immediately, I would recommend going to look up what your calorie deficit is and doing some research on that. And you can Google your calorie deficit, because I didn't know what that was either. So the definition of a calorie deficit is any shortage in the amount of calories consumed relative to the amount of calories required for maintenance of current body weight. So what that means is you're basically eating fewer calories than your body burns for you to lose weight. I also started using the Lose It app a few weeks ago, which I've really been loving. So how it works is you put in your current weight, you tell it your goal, how much weight you're trying to lose by when, and how many pounds a week you want to lose. Then it'll spit out what your calorie intake should be every day in order to hit your goal by that time frame. And on the app, you can choose to lose like a half a pound a week, a pound, 2 pounds. Just choose something realistic for your lifestyle and base it off of if you're going to be working out or not, because you don't want to get too crazy. But it is something that's helped me a lot to control my calorie intake. And I do feel like it is really important to keep track of your calorie intake, because if you're eating low calorie but you don't have no idea how many calories you're actually eating each day, then what is the point in putting yourself through all of that if you don't even know if you're doing it right? The next thing I want to talk about is using a sweat wrap for fitness. So basically, it's just like a little wrap that goes around your waist when you're working out, and it helps you sweat more and things like that. There's pros and cons to it. I recommend doing your own research on sweatbands if you're thinking about purchasing one. There are pros and cons to it, just like you'll find with any other product. Not really cons, but the biggest thing is it really going to melt away fat? Not necessarily. It does encourage you to sweat more in that area, because that's the area you're targeting with that band. But experts say that mostly is just like a temporary water loss right there. It's not like a permanent thing. So, I mean, definitely take that into consideration if you're thinking about especially buying an expensive sweatband, because there are some that are like $60-$70. I got mine for like $5 at Walmart, and I've had it for several years and it works really good, and I still sweat a lot. So just do your research on that and figure out if that's going to be something that you want to incorporate. There's plenty of people that don't use sweatbands. It's totally up to you. Also, another thing that I have used is waist beads. Waist beads are definitely not something that you need to go out and purchase. I actually got mine for really cheap through a boutique that I found on Instagram. Those can get pretty pricey too. I've seen some for like $30-$40 per waist bead. I got mine actually for $5 a piece, and I love them. They're super durable. You can get them wet in the water. I'll link her her Etsy boutique down below, because I love these waist beads. I have 5 of them now. The thing I like about waist beads the most is that it helps you track your progress without having to continuously get disappointed by what the scale says, because the scale doesn't take into consideration everything. It doesn't know if you're bloated. It doesn't know if you're gaining muscle, like any of that. So another piece of advice is don't solely listen to the scale. Don't be discouraged by the scale, because you are making progress, but the scale doesn't always reflect that. So that's one thing I really like about the waist beads, is you can see when your waist is shrinking. You can see when your stomach is shrinking down, and they also look really cute too. So the next thing is increased water intake. So we've all obviously heard about drinking a gallon of water a day. That's something a lot of people in the fitness world do. When I was in college, I've seen people on campus, especially the ones that play sports or that are like heavy in the gym, just carry around a gallon like to class. People do that at work. And that's totally fine, but just know that consuming that much isn't for everybody. You should do some research to see if that is the right amount of water for your body. And that's also something you can Google, is look up the amount of water that you should be intaking according to your body weight. Because if you're like on the smaller side or on the lighter side, you don't want to overhydrate yourself, because you could also get sick that way too. So for me, I just either try to drink a half a gallon a day. I do have a water bottle jug that I got from Amazon. It's a half gallon. I never finish it, but I do like it because it is convenient. But I do also, since I am working from home right now, due to the pandemic, right now what I'm doing is just drinking a glass of water with each meal and trying to fit in other glasses of water throughout the day, and that's doing just fine for me. Now, I'm sure there is science behind it, but I can't really say if drinking a half gallon or 64 ounces of water a day, or however much I'm drinking, I can't really say that that is, independently what's making me lose weight. But I can say that it is really good for you, and it's something that you should be drinking anyway. But especially if you are on a weight loss journey, that should be like really the main thing that you're drinking, if not the only thing. It has so many benefits to it. It's super refreshing. It's no calorie, of course. You can put any type of fruit in it, infuse it with what you want to make it taste better. I always do lemons. It also makes you feel more full. So that's why it's good to drink a glass of water with every meal, because you won't be as hungry afterwards. And water is all I drink every day. Now, the last thing I want to talk about that has helped me a great deal in my weight loss journey is rewarding myself. This is hard work. I mean, I'm very self-disciplined when it comes to not eating the bad stuff, not drinking the bad stuff, not skipping workouts. Like, I'm very disciplined when it comes to that. So I deserve to treat myself every once in a while. So I eat clean every day. I mostly eat whole foods and hardly anything processed. I also drink water every day. I cut out juice and pop. I cut out snacks and sweets and the stuff that I normally would eat every single day. And I'm a person who would have several glasses of juices a day. And yes, it is hard at first, but I promise you, the saying that when you cut out sweets, you don't crave them anymore, it couldn't be any more true for me. Like I said, I'm somebody who used to eat sweets every single day. I have a guy here who eats a lot of stuff, and I have a toddler here who eats cookies and just all types of sweet stuff. So because of that, there's temptations here. There's like I said, cookies, sugary stuff. So that does make it a little bit more difficult, just because I have to see it and smell it. I thought it would be hard to cut out the foods that I enjoy eating so much, the bad foods I mean, that I enjoy eating so much, but it honestly did get easier over time. It can be hard when you live with other people, whether it's your family, your spouse, you have kids, you have roommates. It can be hard when there are unhealthy foods in the house, but one thing that you can do when starting your journey, even if you don't want to throw all of your stuff out, give it to someone else. But most importantly, don't buy those foods anymore. It doesn't matter if there's a good sale or anything like that. You found a good deal on a box of cookies. Don't do it, because it's gonna sit there and it's gonna be on your mind. My thing is, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So don't even try to set yourself up for failure by bringing this stuff in your home, when all you should really be buying is healthy foods. Now, with that said, even though I am very self-disciplined with my healthy eating habits, I do have days where I treat myself. I do that to be fair to myself, because there are still some things that I really do enjoy eating, but it's all about doing it in moderation. Now, when I do have treat days or cheat days, I don't do it every other day. I don't do it once a week. I really do it maybe every 2 to 3 weeks when I finish a challenge. For me, I base it off of when I hit a new milestone. So that could be when I lose another 3 pounds, or when I lose 5 pounds at a time. It just depends. I'll set a goal for myself, and when I reach that, then I'll go out and get like some Raising Cane's or Chick-fil-A, whatever, or ice cream sundae or something. And even with that, I still log it into my Lucid app, so I can see how many calories that little serving really is. And also that helps me train myself, like, okay, you can do that every once in a while, but that's not something that you need to be doing every week, or, it's not something you need to be doing often. Now, when you do this, if you do this, I suggest being very careful, because a meal at one of your favorite restaurants could very well be the amount of calories that you're supposed to be eating in a whole day. So obviously eating, fried stuff, greasy stuff, whatever, like, it's not necessarily good for you. So it is going to be more calories and everything. So just be mindful of that when you're doing your cheat meals. So remember, moderation is key. Also, when you're going out to treat yourself or anything like that, do not go out and buy something in bulk. If you are rewarding yourself, don't go out and buy a whole cake and bring it home. Don't bring home a freshly baked box of cookies. You don't need all of that. Try to do it in single servings, because if you bring home something that's made in bulk or a large quantity of something, it's gonna sit there and it's gonna be on your mind, and you're gonna probably be digging into it every day, and you don't need that. Try to just get a single serving, because that's all you really need. So lastly, the most important thing to remember is that this is not a race. The only person you should be in competition with is yourself. You need to go at your own pace. I started my fitness journey back in March and fell off, but I got back up again because I found a system that worked better for me. I have friends and people that I watch online that are light years ahead of me in their fitness journey. Do I let that stop me because I don't see the same success? No. Stay focused on your lane and you'll end up where you need to be. Don't start comparing yourself to people you see on the internet, because you are not them and they are not you. So you have no idea what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know what all they're incorporating in their daily routines. When you start comparing yourself to others, that's what makes it easy to give up. But don't set yourself up for failure. Alright guys, that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this was helpful to you in one way or another. And if you want to see more lifestyle videos like these, then give me a thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below if you want to see a what I eat in a day video or a meal prep with me video, so I know which one to post first. And I will see you in the next one.